Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of TBR Thursday. So, today's book that I'm going to be looking at is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. Now, this is quite thick, and I picked this up because I thought it would go well with my A to Z reading challenge. I haven't got anything for you yet, and so I thought that this would be nice because X, Y, Z and those kinds of letters at the end of the alphabet are really hard for me to find books for. I have found V and I have found U. So I have got a book for X as well, which I found on the off chance. So I will read those to the end, but I haven't got anything for Z yet. So I think that's going to be my main hurdle. But this is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. And I like the look of this book. I like the colour scheme, how it goes from light purple to dark purple. My favourite colour is purple, and so I really like it. This, I think, is a romance. However, by the fact that it says Unfortunately Yours, it's either a set-up marriage or it's a marriage that they didn't want to be in the first place. It doesn't really give anything away in the cover, so yeah, but it has been reviewed by authors that I am familiar with, like Sally Thorne, the author of The Hating Game, and Elena Armas, who is the author of The Spanish Love Deception. These have reviewed the book and have said that it's a really good book. So, yeah. As far as I'm aware, based around this book, there isn't any, like, sexual scenes or anything that I'm aware of. It doesn't say anything in the beginning like books normally would, but let me have a look at the back, because sometimes they have trigger warnings in the back that may specify anything. So, and the answer to the question is no, there is no trigger warning, so I think it is safe to read. This book has 365 pages, so it is quite thick, and it might take me a couple of weeks to read, but that's cool. So I'll read the blurb. It's only small, like literally only small. It's that this is the back cover. These are the reviews by authors. That is like the little tiny blurb thing there. So it says, Tessa Bailey returns with the hilarious follow-up to Secretly Yours, in which a down-on-her-luck Napa heiress suggests a mutually beneficial marriage of convenience to a man she can't stand, only to discover there's a fine line between love and hate. Okay, so I think this might be a sequel to another book, Secretly Yours. So I don't know if this is a series, but it says at the front that it's a novel. It just says Unfortunately Yours, a novel. But it doesn't give any kind of indication that it is actually, like, in a series. But I will have to read it, and I might have to read Secretly Yours to understand the characters, but it is a marriage of convenience. So I think it's like an arranged marriage kind of thing. They marry each other to help their company get better or to help something improve, something like that. That's what normally happens with marriages of conveniences, based off what I've read. But what will happen at the end is they'll probably fall in love with each other for real, because that's what normally happens. It looks like a cutesy romance, so it'll be at the beginning where they hate each other, and then it will gradually be where they love each other. And yes, but I think that it might end up being where it's either the run-up to the wedding or they have the wedding at the beginning of the book and they have to deal with marriage life, something like that. I don't know. The blurb does not give a lot away, which I do like. I do like it when blurbs don't tell you a lot, but it also kind of makes it so that I can't do this TBR Thursday video because I have nothing to talk about, because I haven't got anything to go off apart from the fact that it's a marriage of convenience. So this is going to be a short one because I can't really say a lot about it. But I don't know, I couldn't tell you if it has sexual scenes in it. It does say, by like a review by Elena Armas on the back, that it says, "Nothing makes my heart catch fire like a Tessa Bailey book. She is all things magic and dirty talk." So I think based off that review, there might be a little sexual scenes in it, but I can't make any like first impression of it because it doesn't tell you that like straight away in the triggers or anything like that. So you might have to see. But if you have read this book before, please let me know in the comments what you thought of it. I'm actually really excited to read it. I have seen it a couple of times in a few shops and I've finally got the courage to get it. So there we go. That is you for my A to Z reading challenge, but also episode 4 of TBR Thursday. And if you don't know what TBR Thursday is, it's just me going over books in my physical to be read list and talking about them, and I haven't read them yet either, so it's kind of me going in blind. I think I like that a lot, where I go in blind, talk about the book, and then when I read it, I do a review, and we can compare the two of what I thought it would be like to what it has been like for me. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week for my regular Monday video. Bye guys!